Hi everyone, I hope you're doing okay. I know these are tough times. It's one of them, it's hard to describe. It's you never think it'd happen to us in our lifetime, but unfortunately it has. So you have to just roll with the punches and do whatever we can to help ourselves and to help each other. So I mean, my advice: staying at home as much as you can, staying away from people that you're not normally socialising with. You don't want to spread it. So I'm staying at home as much as possible, and just wrenching on the cars and keeping myself busy around the house. It's not the most fun time staying at home all the time, but keeping yourself busy does help. So I recommend having perhaps a hobby that you can do at home. Wrench on the cars, build yourself up new parts in preparation for when the season starts again. I'm going to start doing a few videos here at my home, and hopefully it helps. I get asked a few times, how do you do this? Am I doing this right, kind of thing. So I'll just show you a few little tips, on how I do stuff. People may disagree, but this is how I do it. So if you guys are interested, first of all, I'm going to show you a diff and how much oil I put in the diffs normally. So if you're going to be changing, like the out drives or the bearings, obviously you want to do that first before you get to this stage and re-grease them with the new O-ring. I've already got the gears in there already. Obviously once they're all clean, I tend to keep the gears, I'll show that to the camera there, like, all the gears and the shaft I keep with the same. So those two gears with that shaft, those two gears with that shaft, I don't tend to flip them around because I like to keep them all the same. And also the main gear, the top and bottom, always keep them, so this gear stays on that end, this gear stays on that end. The way the diffs bed in, I just like to keep it the same. So once you're at this point and like all the gears are clean, you've refreshed it all with the new grease, you can change the gasket. I don't always change it every time I redo the diff because I don't think it's that necessary. Obviously now this one's looking a bit tired, so I'll go ahead and swap that out for a new one. I've already put a small bit of grease on this, not too much, just get a little bit on your fingers and just rub it around just to make it a bit more supple. And then I'm going to, once you've cleaned this, you can run it around with a bit of tissue or cloth, just run around in there, make sure it's clean. I'll put the new gasket in like this, push that down with a driver or whatever you've got, like that. Yeah. Make sure you can put the screwdriver in the hole just to locate it. Then I'm going to use my XTI S-Works oil. You can get these from any S-Works dealer. So I'm going to fill up a little bit in here like this. Okay. Run it around the outside. Nice and steady. Obviously with the lighter oils, the oil's going to sink through the gears a lot quicker. Heavier oil, you're going to have to wait for it to settle a lot more. Then I'm going to run it round like this, nice and steady. You don't want the gear popping up. Like that. Yeah. Obviously I'm going to show you in quick time, but normally you're going to want this to settle, because the air, I'd leave it for probably 10 minutes, depending on the thickness of the oil, because obviously the thicker the oil, the harder it is for the air to come out. Obviously this being 4000, it's going to be a rear diff. This I'm just building up to have in my box. It's good just to have them for quick change. So the air is coming out of this quite quickly, so I can show you pretty fast how to do it. If I bring this up to the camera, I don't know if it's very clear. Okay, so now I'm doing it like this. It's got some oil in. And what I do is I'm just going to put a little bit more oil in that, because I do it just, I don't want to fill it up completely. Yeah. Because if you fill it up too much, when you put it down, the expansion, when the diff's working, it's going to blow your diff out, and you don't want that. Yeah. I know some people weigh them, some people put the gear in first, but I don't know, it's just something that I've always done it like this, so you kind of just get used to the way you do things. So now, I don't know if I can show you this properly. If I turn the light, maybe it's a bit better for you. So now, okay, I've got the oil, so there's just a bit of gears, a quarter of the gear, even less than that, out of the oil. So you don't want it to spill out through the screw holes if you overfill it. So that's how much I normally put in, and it'd be the same for the centre as well. Obviously you just put more oil in with a bigger diff, but you still want it at the same sort of level. Okay. So obviously when you put the shaft in and you re-grease it and the O-ring, obviously you can have a little bit of grease underneath the gear and it will help it stick. Yeah. So every time you do this, it's not going to just fall off, which is quite handy, because I know sometimes you put it on and then it's dry underneath, it just keeps falling off. So just as simple as that. Obviously make sure the gears and the hole lined up. Yeah. And I'm just going to flip that over onto there and just make sure the holes are lined up. It's quite simple. And then obviously you can do this with a power tool. Yeah, I know it's going to be quicker. I don't have mine here, but when you do it with a power tool, especially new diffs, just be a bit careful. You don't want to like overheat the thread immediately. When you're putting it in, obviously you're cutting new threads into the plastic, and obviously you don't want to over tighten them too much, depending on what clutch setting you've got on your driver. Now when you put the screws in, you always want to go crossways. Yeah, evenly distribute the pressure like you would do when you're putting the engine in the car. Yeah, so I just do it so just so it pinches. Yeah, and I'm going crossways. So I'm going from there to there, from there to there. Okay. Let's put the last one in. Screw this down. Then once you've done that one, I'll go back across, then I'll go back across, and then across like that. And there you go. Nice and smooth. Fresh oil, ready to go, 4,000 whenever I need it. Obviously, when you put it in the car, you want to grease up here. I use the XTR copper grease. Put that in there like that. I normally run 2 shims on the gear side and go straight in, but obviously always just check you've got a little bit of play, not too much. And yeah, that is how I do a diff. So I hope you enjoyed. I'll do a few more little bits and I'll see you soon. Thanks.